So I just got back from changing the tensioner pulley on the Falcon. Yeah, new one on it down there. And it's still squealing.
Oh, you changed it there?
Changed it there, and it's still squealing. The tensioner is better than the other one that you picked out. Like, it does hold tension more, but it's still squealing. If you go over about 2,000 RPM and it starts squealing. Righto, quick recap. The fan belt spinning. I hope it makes us to Melbourne, because if that belt falls off, we ain't got no cooling. Shudder. Is this a good time to tell you that the belt's still squealing in this car? The belt's slipping a little bit. Righto. Just been running on time. Yeah. Righto, let's figure this thing out. Still don't know what the problem is. Still squealing like a pig. The mechanic finds the issue in like 5 minutes. Well, you'd expect that because he has been doing it for 50 years. Doesn't sound like a bell. Remove the bell.
Alright, start alright.
Do it again.
Yeah, I've still got it, but the issue's there. Does not sound like a bell. Yep. Off. But it's definitely not nothing to do with a belt.
No.
It's very dusty.
What have we found? What part are we looking at?
Well, this is the sensor for the camshaft.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Ford forum it says that they create a bit of noise, so and someone's mentioned that they fixed it by putting a sort of drop of oil down in there. They get a bit dry.
That's beyond dry what you're looking at.
Yep, so I'm not talking about putting oil where the sensor does its pick up. I'm talking about putting a bit of oil down the side of the thing that's rotating, the thing that's spinning.
Yep.
Alright, so...
Yeah. So, I don't know if you worked out what was going on earlier. We removed the front belt off of the car, and then it still squealed. So that just told us straight away it's not the belt. Something we probably should have done earlier.
Yes, we jumped into it too quickly. I jumped into it too quickly.
Yeah, because it sounded like a belt noise. And now we're on to other things. And yeah, this camshaft position sensor, is that what it is? Or
yeah.
And apparently you can put a little bit of oil down them because they dry out and start making noises. But that's one big noise.
One big noise, but you know, that can be a dry bearing.
That's not right. Yep. Hey, you give a rest. Something's not right. It's idling really bad. It's idling very bad. The whole car's going. Bring your rev up a little bit. It's using it a really lumpy can. I like it.
It just needs to sort itself.
No engine lights on?
Yeah.
See if it squeals. I like the cam you put in it. It's very nice. It feels like a V8.
It's not misfiring, it's just a little bit rougher.
Rough. That's all what it's made with. And that's all wire there still connected.
It's only this one you disconnected?
No, both. Both got disconnected.
Just wobble.
Whoop.
There we go.
There we go. Oh, there we are.
Bad connection.
Yeah, bad connection on this one.
Okay. Let's pull it apart and have a look.
One's pushed in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to come forward. Maybe need a little pokey screwdriver or something.
Okay. Start?
Yeah, right, start.
rev.
Yeah, give it a real decent rev. See if you can make it squeal.
No squeal fixed.
Squeal fixed. That was
Oil.
cheap. That was
A drop
cheap.
of oil.
So what would you charge for that drop of oil?
Hey, mate, she's fixed, but she was dear, I tell you.
Well, I'll tell you what, it cost a lot. So yes, we put a little bit of oil on the camshaft timer. Is that what it is? Is that what it's called?
Camshaft sensor.
Camshaft sensor.
All we did is there's a rotor that spins around with a magnet.
Yep.
Takes the pulse.
Yep.
Now we just put a couple of drops of oil down the side of that.
Yep.
Which runs down into the shaft of the camshaft sensor.
Okay.
That's where your distributor would be.
Mm-hmm.
If you had a distributor. We've got coil packs.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It's electronic. This car, not like the other Falcon where it's got a distributor. Easy. I like.
Hell of a squeal.
A hell of a squeal.
You'd reckon it'd be a belt, but as soon as I heard it, I thought, that's not belt.
Mm.
Yeah.
Morning. We're packing the old ute to go back to Melbourne. I'm driving the old ute to Melbourne and I'm panicked. Panicked because of the paint. It'll be a rough old ride. It's a lot nicer driving a 2002 Ford Falcon than a 1969 Falcon.
I've got another one. You've got another one. It's just interchangeable.
Trade for a trade.
What, you've got your old ute? Or are you talking about the sedan?
The sedan.
You got the sedan.
I haven't got rid of a vehicle. Just, one's come in and one's gone out.
Exchange.
Yeah. Alright, hit the road.
Alright.
Whatever it is next time.
See ya.
Good sign. Start first.
Driving on the road like I'm the only one.
Quite a few old cars on the way home. There was a panel van show. Was it 50 years of panel van or whatever it is? But I didn't go to that one. But there was a panel van show the next day after our show and shine. And I think these are all the panel vans that I'm with.
Zach said he hopes the Holdens don't mind us following him.
What, just like Bathurst?
Yeah.
It's quite a cool day today. The car cabin's keeping very nice and warm. The extractors are from the engine. This car has no heater in it, but it's keeping very warm. Once the camera turns off, I'm going to turn the aircon on a little bit. Good.
And I've been given a beautiful crocheted blanket for my lap.
I'm assuming that I'll probably only get a couple of 100 k's out of my tank in this car. 55 litre tank and a big 5.8 litre engine. I'd say it's probably getting 25 litres per 100. I assume, I don't know, I'm only guessing that's what it would be. I probably should fill up every 200, I'm guessing. But we'll find out. Fuel gauge is not that accurate either.
The things you do for old cars.
Yeah, well.
There's the line at the servo.
We are at Charlton and the car is going good. A lot better than the other Falcon that squealed. This Ford is going really well.
Needs headrests.
It needs headrests. Alright, we can keep trucking on. We just had lunch. We'll keep trucking on and off to Melbourne. Made it home with the,
Sure did.
with the blue car. It made it all the way. Was it a rough ride, Nanes?
Oh, it wasn't too bad. I think headrests do it better.
You reckon it needs headrests?
I used the crochet blanket as a headrest.
Yeah, you used it for warmth, then you used it for a headrest. We made it home. It's a bit more reliable than the other Ford, I think. I hope you enjoyed this Petrolhead weekend, and we'll see you on the next one. Give it a rev. Yeah, give it a real decent rev.